Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton's deal isn't sanctioned yet, so Hope Logan may demand that her swain backpedal on the Forresters. Carter ripped up the LLC papers in front of Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester, as he eventually gave up control of the company. Of course, Carter also handed over Eric's stapler and shook Ridge's hand. But everything he's done up to this point has been emblematic of the transfer of power. It's not like Carter's done anything to fairly give Forrester Creations back yet. After all, if it was as simple as tearing up some LLC papers, Ridge would have gone digging for them and done it himself by now. Those ripped papers don't really count at this point since Carter filed the inked LLC agreement. And that's why Justin Barber has been unfit to undo it all this time. When Brooke Logan stepped into the CEO spot, she did it with the thing of satisfying Carter to refile the LLC paperwork. That's always been part of the plan to give the Forresters back their company. Although Hope will reel over the news of Carter agreeing to return Forrester Creations, she may cleave to the stopgap that it's not sanctioned yet. It's possible Carter will take care of effects behind Hope's back and lock this in. But what if it's still not a done deal when he updates her at the cabin? Hope may view this as her last chance to change Carter's mind and get him to stick with their power couple status. We might indeed hear Hope's claim if she threatens to leave Carter if he doesn't misbehave. Hope might lay down the law and contend their relationship is over if Carter betrays her like this. That doesn't mean Hope's plan will work, but she could at least try to get Carter to annul on his Forrester deal and refuse to recognize it. Nethermost line, there's still some twitch room for Carter to back down and beget further Forrester chaos. Hope may make some prognostications about risking their future together if Carter keeps the pledges he made to her. Carter will face another huge decision, but will Hope wind up disappointed after not getting her way? Steffy Forrester could frame Luna Nozawa for a new crime and carry out a drastic plan to put John Finnegan's back behind bars. Tom Starr and Paul Hollister lost their lives thanks to Luna. Steffy nearly lost her life as well during that whole hijacking failure. But Luna's getting down with all that. Now that Luna's been pardoned, she'll be suitable to live as a free woman in society again. That's not going to work for Steffy, so what's she going to do about Luna's newfound freedom? Steffy is surely rankled up, so she might be willing to go to axes to keep her family safe. That's especially true since Luna isn't paying for the crime she committed, so there's a sense of injustice then. Bill Spencer came to Luna's deliverance and supposedly made this amnesty be. But this is her last chance to prove herself. Still, she'll be arrested again and may have no bone to help her if Luna reverts to felonious jest. With all that in mind, Steffy might decide to frame Luna for a new crime she's not actually responsible for. Maybe Steffy could set Luna up for commodity and try to make sure she goes back to captivity where she belongs. Of course, Steffy wouldn't go as far as putting anyone in factual peril, at least not on purpose. Still, Steffy could clearly find a way to make it look like Luna's a hopeless miscreant who'll keep running frantically unless she's in a jail cell. Luna might go down for a serious theft or some other setup that Steffy puts in stir. It'd be intriguing to see Luna protest her innocence to Finn, and have him eventually figure out that Steffy framed his son. Steffy has formerly made prognostications about Luna no way having a real relationship with Finn, but a setup like this could boomerang and push them together rather. Steffy will make some strategy updates now that this amnesty news is causing chaos. Sheila Sharp will kiss Luna Nozawa over the granddaughter reveal. Hope Logan will also get some roiling news. For starters, Eric Forrester and Ridge Forrester will come home with some positive updates now that Carter Walton has ripped up the LLC paperwork. Steffy Forrester, Taylor Hayes and Daphne Rose will be excited over the Forresters getting control of the company back, so there'll be a festivity at Eric's manse. Still, it wouldn't take long for Steffy to realize there's a hitch, at least from her perspective. Carter pushed for Hope for the future to be kept, especially since it's cashing signs of enhancement. Unfortunately, Steffy will have a problem with the Forresters continuing a working relationship with Hope in any way. It'll leave Steffy making prognostications about further drama erupting if Hope's allowed to stay on board. Steffy averring that Forrester Creations should have no involvement with Hope. At the cabin, Hope will remind Carter that they're still in charge and that his name is still on the LLC paperwork. Or so she thinks. When Hope seeks evidence that power still belongs to them, Carter will admit he tore up the LLC papers and gave the company back to the Forresters. Although Carter will assure Hope that saving her line was part of the deal, she'll inescapably fly into a rage. Hope won't trust Steffy to keep hope for the future, and may formally again refuse to answer to her rival. Carter's rearmost decision will set Hope off and bring a fierce argument, so their love is about to take another major mega hit. Will Hope and Carter officially break up over the Forresters recovering control? At Il Giardino, Luna will shock Sheila by admitting she's been pardoned and that John Finnegan is her father. That makes her Sheila's granddaughter, so Luna will fill Sheila in and get an rapturous response. Sheila will beam from observance to observance before planting a big kiss on Luna's lips, so she'll easily be agitated to have a new family member to dote on. Sheila and Luna will form a fast bond, so stay tuned for the trouble that could lead to. Carter Walton ripped up the LLC papers and gave the company back to the Forresters, so let's talk about how it all went down. At the cabin, Hope Logan gave Brooke Logan updates on Daphne Rose kissing Carter Walton and letting Steffy Forrester impact her opinion. Although Hope wasn't happy about Carter letting that kiss be, she assured Brooke that nothing would change their commitment to each other. At Eric Forrester's manse, Steffy spoke to Rich Forrester and her forefather about all the Luna Nozawa amnesty drama, but she eventually felt they had to concentrate on Forrester Creations right now. Ridge and Eric agreed since they planned on giving Carter one further chance to do the right thing. Now that Daphne had been working her magic and Carter was floundering with his heart, there were plenitude of prognostications about him coming around. Daphne set up Carter at the office, where she played up how important he missed Ridge and reiterated that Hope was using him. Whenever Carter eventually gave Forrester Creations back, Daphne pushed him to flashback what she said about Hope. Latterly, Daphne caught up with Steffy and addressed the real passion she developed for Carter. Now that Daphne had tried to shape Carter's perspective, she hoped his heart would be his companion. Back at Forrester Creations, Eric and Ridge showed up with one last chance for Carter to do what's right. After Ridge and Eric prompted Carter to return their family company, Carter wanted their word that Hope for the future would stick around. Eric suggested it'd be a bad idea to drop it when it was making a comeback. Once Carter apologized for letting effects get out of hand, he expressed how important he missed Ridge and Eric. Ridge assured Carter that they missed him too. Ahead, Carter pulled the LLC papers out of a hole. After Carter ripped those papers up, he gave Eric his stapler back and shook Ridge's hand as they all made peace. At Bill Spencer's place, Luna met with a captivity functionary to subscribe some paperwork, though she didn't have an address to put down yet. Luna explained that she only returned to the manse to gather some of her things. After the captivity functionary left, Poppy Nozawa arrived and brazened Luna over keeping her position a secret all this time. Of course, Poppy's secret was far worse since she'd kept quiet about John Finnegan being Luna's father. As far as Luna was concerned, Poppy's deception had ruined her life and made it so Finn wasn't there for her. After Luna asked if Poppy ever believed Bill could be her father, Poppy confessed that she wanted it to be him. Still, Luna allowed that Poppy knew the verity each on and angrily pushed her mama to admit it. Finn biopater. News will continue to shape Luna's coming chapter, so stay tuned.